My name is Jessie Knight, and I am a very proud, grateful breast cancer survivor. I was 60 years old, diagnosed with stage 2 breast cancer in my right breast, March 2017, and no one in my family that had breast cancer. I'm the middle daughter out of 7 children, 4 boys and 3 girls, and I was the only one that was diagnosed with breast cancer. I found out that I had breast cancer through my annual mammogram. I had gone in and had everything checked and thought everything was okay. Got a phone call from the technician, said they want to get me back in to check me again. So I said, okay. Had a second check, and he said, we're gonna probably see you maybe in 6 weeks just to make sure everything's okay. I got a call that same day saying to come in immediately to have some blood work done. And from that on, that's when they discovered I had a tumor in my right breast. It was so small that I couldn't feel it. And they found it through the mammogram. But thank goodness I did go in for my yearly checkup. My treatment for my particular breast cancer, because each one is different, was a stage 2. And my doctor encouraged me, oh, your numbers are low. At that time, I didn't know what that meant in regards to how much treatment I would receive. Initially, my surgeon had indicated that I would probably have to do chemo and maybe not radiation. But through the process of removing the tumor and removing 13 lymph nodes, they did find a cancerous cell in one of the lymph nodes. So they encouraged me to also have the radiation. So I can't remember exactly how many rounds of chemo. I think they had recommended maybe 8 to 10, but because I became anemic and they had to stop the process for a while so that I can receive iron treatments. And after that, they saw that the chemo, that I needed to continue it. So I think I stopped at 6 treatments. In regards to radiation, I had, I think maybe 22 sections of radiation. And thank God, since 2017, I have been cancer-free. But as you can see, I have a book in front of me that a dear friend of mine, who's also a medical doctor, sent this to me. And it was great because I have several pages that I have marked off, and it's entitled, What Cancer Cannot Do. Even though cancer was in my body, it was a physical stage, but it did not mess with my mental and my spiritual space. So I did have caretakers in regards to family, friends, and church. The kinds of information that is shared in this book is one, stories of other cancer survivors. Stories of, again, letters that were written, family members that were here for them, giving me an idea of what to expect on my journey, indicating that even though I'm going through this physically, my faith and my trust in God is just going to carry me through. So this book was like a little Bible for me that I would read on a regular basis. It was telling me I wasn't by myself. That it ranged from young people who were young girls up until my age and older who's going through this journey, but you're not going through it alone. So having that support meant a lot to me, and still does. During the process of going through the cancer process and going through recovery, I did watch my eating more. What I put into my body was important to me, and actually going through it, you're limited if you can't eat anyway. For me, for the chemo, day 3 was always a hard day for me, that I didn't want to eat anything. But I was encouraged by another cancer survivor that said, eat even when you don't want to eat. It's mind over matter. It's hard to explain. The best I can say is your food tastes like metal. There's no taste to it. So you didn't want to eat. You didn't want to eat. There were other problems. You would be weak. You're sleepy. Of course, you would have problems trying to eat back because you don't have any food in you. So I tried to select foods that I know that was healthy for me. I was selective of what I would put in my body for liquids. I was drinking lemonade was a lot. That was helpful for some reason. I don't know why, but the lemon taste was I could drink. Definitely water. Some juices I would stay away from hops. I would try to watch the kind of meats that I would eat, more vegetables at that time frame, but I was very selective what I could, because some foods I could not, and even now to this day, and I think because I ate so many bananas, I don't like bananas. because I had so many during that time frame. And barbecue. Something about the barbecue was the heat. So it was interesting the foods that I would crave for and those I did not crave at all. So again, each person is different. Each journey is different. First of all, get your mammogram. That is important. And still do your self-check exam. I try to do the 20th of each month, which is my birthday, February 20th. So the 20th, around that time frame, I still check my breasts. For your mammogram, if you have dense breasts, ask for that 3D exam. Usually they'll tell you anyway. Make sure your insurance does cover that. And have that relationship with your doctor. Talk to the doctor about your breasts. If you see something that's different, if you feel that you're not yourself, check into that. Don't just leave it to other people to tell you what to do. Learn your body. Check your body. Ask the questions. And if you are going through breast cancer, find someone else who's going through that process that you can talk to. I had that. I had a village that I could talk to. I have a very good friend who's a medical doctor who would advise me. I would ask her questions and she can give me answers. And I can go back to my doctor. So develop that relationship. And again, this is a great book to have, because it gives you advice and much more than what I can share in this little short period of time that perhaps you hadn't thought about. But most of all, your faith. I don't know where you are spiritually, but my walk with God was always close, but it made it closer. Because I always say, God, I didn't choose cancer. Cancer chose me. So I ask you to carry me through this when I'm not able to walk it by myself.